So, is there a way for me to see which one is up here?
You want the ads up there?
Yeah, the ads.
Yeah, so can we open the ads
The
up?
ads are good.
All right, so we'll get started. So do you want to give everyone context just for like a minute
Absolutely.
with
So,
a mic?
in the mic context. Okay, gotcha. All right. So for the last 5 years, we've been running a digital marketing agency specializing in fitness. And up until about a year ago, we ran all of our ads to funnels. We just did really, really well with funnels, sending them to paid trials for gym owners. So 21 days, $21, 21 days, $47, things like that. And then we would send them to funnels that had upsells. Order bumps, all that stuff. So about a year ago, though, they really stopped working. They were not converting like they used to. So we've been doing lead ads. But the problem with lead ads is that it's a ton of
Crappy leads.
it's a ton of crappy leads.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with it. So when we try to get our clients back to the funnels, they're just like, well, the lead flow isn't there. I'm just like, well, do you want a lot of leads that don't convert, or do you just want a couple sales?
Okay.
So right now we're running primarily lead ads, but I really want to get back to funnels because I think it would also position ourselves because our competition is all running lead ads as well.
Sure.
So
Question on that, when you're running the Facebook ads, are you optimizing for lead on the lead ads?
yeah.
So one thing we've done, so a lot of the Facebook leads these days aren't very good, right? The quality's bad. So one thing we've started doing is if we're running lead gen campaigns, you normally run for the lead, right? That's the like conversion optimization you pick. We actually put purchase in there now. So even if we've not got any sales, we'll try and optimize for purchase. And even though it can't, we found it sends better quality traffic.
Got it. So lead ad, but optimized for purchases.
Yeah.
Even though that has nothing to do, they're not purchasing and they're just.
And it doesn't, like, you can just monitor the back end and custom conversion to monitor how many people fire the pixel.
Okay.
But we found the quality is way better because, I mean, it's sending you buyers versus people that enter emails and do nothing.
Got it.
So that's one tip for the how to get better quality.
Okay.
And then the other questions around how
So the other thing is what I want to do is I want to go back to running traffic to the funnels. So one of the things I already had my team start working on was to put the header at the top, like the navigation bar.
Yeah.
Because I think that the overall experience for like when we go with the customer experience, I think will be better. The other thing I wanted to find out or get your opinion on is that it's 21 days for $21. An idea that I had two ideas that I wanted to get your opinion on. One is secure or reserve your spot for only $1.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
On the thank you page or on the order form. So that way we're getting their credit card information, but they don't have to put in the full $21, or just have them reserve the spot without asking them for any money at all.
Yeah, so I was going to say doing a dollar trial. So dollar trials work well because you're still buying, you're getting like a micro commitment without a full commitment. The only problem, you can try free as well, but the only problem with trying free is you'll get a lot of like no-shows and just crappy leads again, right? Whereas the dollar thing is good because, again, it's not a full payment, but you get a micro commitment. So we've had a lot of success, not so much gyms, but online stuff, because that's what we specialize in, where it's dollar trial.
Because I like your idea about having them go to the page where we can pixel the page. They're going to spend a little bit more time than just having them go to a lead ad.
Well, and are you running a lead ad that then redirects to an offer after they opt in?
No, we're not.
See, I would do that, because then, yeah, we rarely run lead ads that don't redirect to an offer.
Okay.
Just because we're trying to cover the ad spend to scale more aggressively.
Right.
So we normally have a, yeah.
So in this case, what you're saying is a lead ad, and then basically.
What is the lead ad? What are they?
It's right here. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
If we can go back to the screenshots.
Yeah, we pull up those screenshots. Yeah. Oh, they're behind you. Yep.
So this one here.
So it's a 21-day.
Yeah, this is 21 day at Foothills Fit Body.
And it's $1.
It says that it's $1 a day, but it's $21. This is a lead ad that just for name, number, and email. It doesn't ask them for any. It's not for the.
So, and then what's the follow-up sequence after this?
So after they opt in for this, then the gym owner takes it from there and calls them, texts them, emails them. They take care of that piece after we get them the lead.
Are they paying at this point?
No, this is that's
just
what I'm
pure
saying.
lead.
We used to send traffic to the funnel where they would actually have to pay. But that worked for
Gotcha.
years, but for the last 12 months, it hasn't worked as well. So we've been doing the lead ads, getting ton of leads, but the quality is just
Yeah.
not there.
And what if, have you ever tried when you did the 21 day or you do it now where if they don't sign up or they don't get results, you refund the $21?
Oh yeah, there's a guarantee.
There's a guarantee.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would do this, but I would still be tempted. Like, you could change it where it's like, you know, you could do higher price, right? $42, and then they get redirected to 21, the 21-day sales page, but then they can buy it there for 21.
Gotcha.
So you
Okay,
could
so a
do-
lead ad for 42, but then it redirects them to a page
Yeah.
that has it for 21.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because then that's like, you're basically doing like a price myth, right? So it's like positioned at 42, but then you cut it where if they take action now, and you might find 10% buy it, so it's at least covering more of the ad spend on the front end.
Okay.
And then also the sales team have more flexibility if it was positioned at 42.
Okay. And then lastly, the other thing that we did was we created a fan page that we just did it called Healthy Living, and we were going to run the ads for our clients from our fan page so that it's not positioned from the gym.
Sure.
Call it Healthy Living, and then send it to an advertorial
Yeah.
that then would link to, so basically like 5 myths about belly fat or
Sure.
something like that. But then what we were going to do is inside of the article hyperlink it to the offer.
Yeah, so we do that. That's like, we'll have, and we do like a coupon design at the bottom of the advertorial too.
Okay.
So you could do a couple of hyperlinks, a coupon design at the bottom,
Okay.
and then you'll just run different ad sets to different audiences, right, for the
Yeah.
clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that can work, and you'll get much cheaper engagement that way.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to say, do you do a lot of testimonial reels for gyms?
We do. The thing is that a lot of times when they give us the testimonials, unfortunately, they're so heavy on the claims
Okay.
that we have to tell them, you know, please send us something that doesn't have all the, you know, I lost 30 pounds,
Sure.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would try and get. Well, the other good thing about if you do this 21 day and then where do you redirect them after this 21 day?
So for this one, they went to the client's website. We didn't send them to the offer.
See, I think that's a big. I think this can work, but you would build a custom 21 day landing page.
Yep.
Which it doesn't even have to sell. Like that's one method where you actually sell right away.
Yep.
The other method would just be a long thank you page that is basically like a sales page. So it's like, here's 20 user testimonials, 50 Facebook comments, raving about it. And you could have a generic page if they're all 21-day challenges.
Okay.
Just have one page, and then it talks about the gym and the owner if you customize it. If not, it just talks about what's involved. And it's like a massive testimonial page.
Okay.
And it'll add a lot of social proof. So I think it'll boost the lead quality even if you just did that.
Okay, got it. So but on that page though, not have that then go to a shopping cart, just a thank you.
There's two different split tests. You'd have to try this same strategy, just more social proof to improve the conversion rate for the gym owner.
Okay.
And then another test is actually trying to sell the offer.
So if it goes to a thank you page, there would not be anything else for them to do. It would just be like check your inbox for
Yeah.
we'll send you or give us or a video on what they should do next.
Yeah, I mean, I would have that all on the thank you page. I would have tons of social proof, next step, everything like that.
Okay, got it. That was it. Thank
Cool.
you so much. And then
Landing page, was that anything?
so the landing page, yeah, if we could pull up the landing page. This one, like I said, typically it just converts like crazy, but I'm gonna switch this up to put the navigation bar.
Yep.
And then have it so that when we when they click on like what you suggested, which I really like when they have like, you know, the fact
Yep.
about us and all that, it'll scroll down.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll do that. And the other thing about this that resonated with me when you said not to have the call to action all throughout,
Sure.
we tested this and the call to action at the bottom always worked better than having it all throughout because they went in there. All right.
Yep, great.
So that's it. And then I had a question about another client, but I don't have anything to show, so I guess I can ask you about that
Tomorrow. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you so much.
great. Who else is ready
Do
to?
you have any claims from anybody who said, I lost 90 pounds going to your gym?
Do we have,
Is that legal or not? To show a photo or before and after?
I mean, you can show user testimonials of 90 pounds. Like, I'm not an attorney, so my attorney says nothing's legal. Like, I can't do anything, basically. But he'll also work with me to have a happy medium. It's crazy. Like, the more you speak to them, it's like, I might as well just not be in this industry. I might as well clean cars, because everything's illegal that I do. So it's a happy medium. From what I understand, there's just better ways to position everything, and probably none of us do the best way to say.
Why can't you say the things they say under all stock market buys, which says previous results?
Well, we do. So we definitely, that's what I was saying earlier.
Results of
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah, every claim, but he's even said that doesn't, if the FTC want to come after you, that they don't care, like, that still is debatable. Like, there's no book for claims, right? How they judge, like the IRS, there's no real official book for, it's like opinion-based. So there's best practices like that, and we do that, but there's also, you know, if you have just a page of crazy testimonials, even with disclaimers, I think if they really want to come after you, they will, and they'll say, this is still false advertising. Just got to be sensible.
It isn't like you have to have the first name plus the last name, or the last, used to say KS from Omaha, remember?
Yeah. No, we do disclaimers, and we try and, like, even in the title, we don't say like client results. We'll say, here are some of our best client results when they followed exactly what we asked them to, right? And then we'll say results aren't typical. Clients that didn't follow us didn't get the same results. Then we'll have client results under each one. We'll say results are not typical. These are showing exceptional results when they followed the program, stuff like that.
You have to have a name.
I don't know about name. I can't remember what he said. Cool. Who's next for? Okay.
There we go. So I was really just hoping to get your thoughts on the sales page
Yep.
and a bit of our funnel here. So the majority of the traffic that comes to this page is already fairly warm. They're on our list. They're likely aware of Ken. They've probably signed up for an opt-in offer at some point.
Okay. Do you want to give context to the business?
Oh,
just
sure.
so.
Yeah, so my boss is a Tony Award-winning Broadway producer, and we have a membership community for mostly playwrights and some producers who also want to produce their own work, get their shows off-Broadway, done regionally, festivals, etc.
Cool. So this is like an opt-in.
So this is the first page that we typically drive all the traffic to. We're encouraging them to take our placement assessment because we have 3 different levels of the membership that
Okay.
are right for people at different stages. So I'd love your feedback on this page,
Yeah.
the page in general.
Can we
as go
scroll? Can we scroll through it slowly? It's a video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need to
We
play
don't
it.
need to watch
No,
that.
it's-
Most people don't watch the video.
Yeah. Have you split tested it without the video?
I have not tried that yet. This is a very new funnel.
Do you know how many % hit this button versus other call to actions?
No, I don't know how to heat map with
Okay.
funnels. Is that possible?
You can do it. Yeah. I don't know how my tech team do it, but they do.
Okay.
Half of our.
I do know that about 46% of the traffic that lands on this page takes the assessment and ends up on one of the other.
That's good.
pages.
And that's cold traffic or
That's
warm
mostly
traffic?
warm traffic.
Yeah. Keep going.
So you were just saying that you have your call to action at the very bottom. I don't know, is that something I should test, you think?
Yeah, that's why I was asking. So
You were-
the interesting thing, you see how there's a lot of call to actions. That's one thing we play around with a lot. And it's not necessarily bad having them all scattered, but you don't even know the % of who clicks what, right? And you don't also know, you've never tested like, okay, so 50% click that top button, and this is the lead quality. If I remove that lead quality, only 30% convert now, but are those 30% leads way better because they've had to read this whole page? So a lot of the time, you know, with marketers, they get obsessed with data and front-end numbers, right? And front-end numbers often don't relate to back-end, like real-life money in the bank account. So there's a lot of great content on here, right? There's a lot of great copy. But I bet 50% of people opting in have never seen any of this. They just saw the top headline. So, and it depends the complexity of the funnel. Like, if there's a lot of complexity here, so when do they get shown this to buy?
So
Because it's kind of weird. You have like an opt-in, but also the price on the same page.
yeah, I did want to have a price on there, which I'm very open to removing this on this page, just so in case they didn't feel like taking this whole placement assessment, that they had an option to buy on the page.
So what do they buy here? This is just like
This would be
membership.
the full price membership.
Okay. And then the placement sells this again.
It sells it as a tripwire price, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And then keep going. It's a long page.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good. I would definitely split test. If you go scroll back to the top, I would split test removing, like, there's a lot of call to action buttons here. I would probably remove that top one.
Remove the top one?
Yeah, I would just do a general split test of like removing the top couple versus having them, and just looking at the lead cost but also quality, because you're going to pay more or conversion rate will be less, but quality could be way better, and like you could get actually a higher earnings per lead when they go through it because they've read more of the page. And that's like a judgment from me without seeing the rest of the funnel, right? If the rest of the funnel has a bunch of content and indoctrinates them really well, then maybe it's fine to do like the quick email capture here. Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't, if it just goes, a lot of people's goes like straight to offer after, mm-hmm. and they don't even know anything about it, so you've got to weigh that up.
Okay.
Keep going down, go down a little lower. So go back up to the headline. So I would say here, like, I would probably go up a little higher. So, I mean, if he's kind of super famous, I would change the, what about the company? Like, is that the Aftermaker Studio? Is that?
The Theater Maker Studio is brand new, so
Okay.
I wouldn't say that it has a giant brand recognition.
Yeah, so I would, Theater Maker Studio, I would probably just remove that.
Okay.
Or, like, if you go up higher, can you go higher? Yeah, so I would probably remove all of that top part. I would probably make that main text like half the size, but then increase the subtext, double the subtext size.
Okay.
So you can see both of those. I would split test video versus non-video.
Okay.
And then I would also split test removing those first couple of call to action buttons.
Okay.
And just testing like the lead quality and conversion rate once you've removed that.
Okay.
So there's like 3 separate split tests. Changing that top part is one split test. No video versus video is a second split test. Mm-hmm. And then removing most of the call to actions is a third split test.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool. Do you have any thoughts on a joining fee offer for a membership site?
So adding a cost here, you mean?
So in the past, I've tested a $99 joining fee with a lower monthly price.
Okay,
That works
gotcha.
really well to keep people. So I've thrown it on there. We're never actually charging a joining fee, but it's just an added level of like urgency.
Yeah.
Bad idea, good idea?
No, I think it's fine to have the urgency there. In terms of actually charging it versus not charging it, you just have to look at LTV, right? Because if you're going to get more front end because you're charging a joining fee, mm-hmm. but if it's stopping people, it might stop more people, so your LTV might go down. So you've just got to compare those two. I think the idea of the scarcity, like we normally charge $200, today it's free, that can work well. And you could do an exit pop too. So if you have a joining fee and they abandon, you could have an exit pop that gets rid of the joining fee. So I could see that working too. And do you upgrade them? So when they take, like, what are your upsells on this? Do they take a yearly membership or something?
So what happens after this, they take the assessment, let's say they land on stage 1. It's $7 tripwire offer, $47 a month. When they join, it on the thank you page, it upsells to a $97 offer for our super conference video archive.
Okay. And you don't do yearly or anything?
I do have a yearly option on there.
Okay. And what's the yearly?
It's basically 10 months, so 470.
Cool. Yeah, so yearly, for these sort of stuff, one of our offers, we have the yearly on the cart page. So they have 2 options.
Oh, interesting.
So yearly on the cart page, we do $99 a month, and we do yearly at like $400. So it's crazy cheap, right? Because we saw this client, the average stick rate was 3 months, so he was making $300. So we did $400 yearly. So right now we're making $100 more for the offer, and we're getting all the money up front, so we can spend more on ads too.
Okay.
I'd just like to say there's 3 things on the screen right here I'd change right away without even split testing. One is the countdown timer.
The ClickFunnels logo too.
The countdown timer, I would have it way shorter. And if it starts off at exactly 24 hours when somebody gets there, they're going to probably assume it's not, it's an evergreen thing, it's not real.
Okay.
The ClickFunnels bug, I'd kill that. There's enough people out there doing marketing that are creating really bad user experiences using ClickFunnels that might turn people off just by seeing that.
Okay.
And the video, I don't see a reason that I would want to click to play the video. You said most people don't watch it. I think that, if I'm looking at this layout right here, I don't have it's not answering any questions for me. It doesn't tell me what it's going to answer by playing the video.
Yeah, it'll be nicer if you cut it under the logo, and then you can do a new video thumbnail where it's like, watch this video to learn X, Y, Z, and we sometimes have, we'll sometimes have text here, watch this and an arrow, and then that boosts show time too.
Okay, great. Okay.
Good on that. Any other input from people?
Do you ever have the video just running?
Autoplay? Could try that.
Instead of waiting to click on it, it's developing a phone too.
Okay.
Well, and the way we've done autoplay is we'll do it's kind of hard because they can't see the whole video. So it's better if you chop that top half. You're losing almost half your page with I don't think that top part adds much scarcity.
Okay.
We said, it's kind of obviously it's fake, and if people do click it, they lack so much context, the lead might not be that good, and you're losing half your fold. So if you chop the top half, the whole video will be viewable now, and you can do an autoplay, but the way we do it is a 9-second countdown. So it's like on the national news, it's going live, and we do B-roll like that, and then it starts playing. Because when it's starts playing right away, it's kind of disruptive, so we do a 10-second countdown, so people have time to pause it or get ready or put headphones in or something like that.
Another thing to add to the top bar about removing that entirely is that the headline on the very top doesn't. Sorry, the headline at the very top right now doesn't seem to jive with the call to action right there. They don't seem to be correlated at all.
Sorry, the special announcement part?
Right.
Or-
Yeah, you've got the special announcement at the top, and then you've got the timer.
Yeah.
It says it's going to stop. Stop doing it at this point, and then it says take our placement assessment. It doesn't really talk about.
Got it.
Call to
Yeah, I would just
about the
kill
next-
that whole, the whole top section, I don't think.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you. All right. That's it.
Yeah, I think we're good. Cool, so I think we'll do probably 2 more today, and then we'll do the rest tomorrow. So I think, let's see who emailed next. Ali? Ready?
So I want to preface this
Okay,
by
I can do it,
saying
great.
that my agency did not make this landing page. so
Okay.
don't judge us.
Full
for it.
disclaimer.
So this client, they are a high net worth matchmaking service. Their moneymaker is men who make over 250,000. We have restructured their Facebook account. We are using Oracle Audiences exclusively for prospecting.
Okay.
The problem is that we're getting a lot of people who make under 250,000. The way that we're using the Oracle Audiences with the household income is we're excluding people who make under 250.
Yep.
I think there's a good amount of people who are unclassified
Yep.
and they're still getting the ads. So though we've seen lead quantity increase within the platform, their lead quality has actually decreased. We have given them several suggestions on how to make their landing page a little more just better.
Yeah, better.
And ways that it could also drive more quality leads. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain and see if you had anything that we may not have thought of yet.
So they just talk me through the funnel. So they put their application in.
There's only one landing page, no matter if they're prospecting or retargeting within Facebook. They submit their application or the lead form, and then they send in pictures of themselves, and then I believe they're contacted by the company, and that's how their funnel works.
And how do they pay? So they charge the client?
Correct.
Okay.
And their services cost, I think, anywhere between like $20,000 and $50,000.
Oh, jeez.
Like I said, high net worth.
Yeah.
They've had a handful of like celebrity clients.
Cool. And how much traffic are they running here? Like, it's a lot of, like, are you spending 1,000 a day, a couple of hundred?
So on Facebook alone, we're spending $4,000 a month.
Okay.
It's not that much.
Sure.
On search, we're spending a lot more, but I only focus on Facebook. So,
Sure.
And this is the Facebook exclusive landing page.
Yeah.
so
Do you know
I'm
what this
sure
converts
will-
at?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what this converts at, or what your cost per lead is?
So we have trouble getting them to tell us how
Okay.
many qualified leads they're actually getting. So I don't have an
Yeah.
exact number, but
So yeah, I mean, this page needs a lot of work.
yes.
So, I mean, just like obviously the headline, like we would redo that. Yeah, image is fine, but you would like redesign it so the image was maybe to the right and the text was to the left, and you blend it out so the text would be more centered in the top left.
It's a good idea because it's hard to read.
Yeah, that's impossible to read. And most of it is like how it looks on mobile. It's probably even worse on mobile. I mean, a lot of the elements of what make a good page aren't here. It's like you gotta redo it really. So you'd lead in. So I mean, yeah, I think you just gotta. It's too hard to like kind of gut it because it just needs.
Total. Like,
It
throw
needs a
away and
rework
start
with like a copywriter that actually rebuilds it. So
the person who creates the landing pages is a relative of somebody in their marketing department. So
are they open to making a new one or paying you or?
we're trying to get them to let us in or to at least let us design something for them.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah,
struggle.
I mean, this is where it's tough with clients, right? If you run an agency, that's why we do the landing page side, because we would never work with this. You're like fighting an uphill battle, but yeah, I mean, if they won't redesign it, I would take this page and just do a mock for them and say, this is what we want to run with. Like, you would redesign the top banner. You'd probably have another headline clarifying really what it is. So this is the company here. The company.
It is. I don't know why they included it. They pride themselves on beautiful women, so I believe that may be why, to show that
Yeah.
that's what they.
So I mean, like half the landing page is about the company, right? Like the founders and then the company.
But who cares about that?
Yeah, I
They're
would have.
signing up for this service.
Yeah, I would have a lot more user testimonials. Headline, segment the text, probably have the application lower. There's a lot I would do
What
there.
about in regards to the lead form itself? Is there anything that you could think of to help like qualify leads better?
Yeah, I mean, we put the price. So if you guys have a price here where like it's $250,000 minimum, for example, I would add that. So I would do for high net worth individuals, like with over a 250K income, start your search today. So you could add that, right?
Okay, so I just totally followed that. So they
Yeah.
have a what's your annual income drop down?
Yeah.
But it starts at like less than 100,000, 100,000 to 250, and then 250 to 500,
Yeah.
and then there's several increments. I don't really understand why they have anything less than 250.
Well, it's okay to have it less, and I'll tell you why. If you have it less, because if you only have the minimum you want, a lot of people that want to do it will select the minimum without hitting the minimum. So the good thing about having it less in that case is at least they can disqualify the people with less money, right?
That makes
See
sense.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you only have 250K plus and someone wants to do it, they're all going to select 250K. Whereas if you have the 100K, like we normally make it more transparent, like this is only 4 people doing X, Y, Z, because then it starts to eliminate. You'll always have leads that lie and stuff, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's rough with the Facebook copy as well, just because of how sensitive Facebook is.
Yes,
to
relationship,
dating
right?
terms. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a very fun amount of comments on our Facebook ads that I have to
I'm
go
sure.
and hide daily.
yeah.
But I think that was some really good suggestions.
Yeah,
to at
I would
least
just
get started.
yeah, and I would just rewrite, like if they're an important client for you, just rewrite it for them and show them it. If they're not an important client, tell them you're fired, unless you redo it.
Yeah, I don't think that
Yeah.
our company will allow that, but we can at least get them in the right track.
Yeah, just do what you can. I mean, some of these clients, like, some of them don't care, right? They'll spend $4,000 a month and they don't even know how many leads they get in. They just do it for the sake of it.
Yeah, so we've asked them to share their CRM with us, so that we can use that
Yep.
information to like optimize their ads. If we can, figure out a certain zip code is sending people that are less than 250, we can exclude it, things like that. Their CRM does not have an export capability, so they can't share that with us. And we've expressed how important this is and that they really need to make that an option. It's definitely one of the difficult clients you were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. So,
Perfect client right here. Yeah.
if any of you make over 250 and you're
Yeah.
single, here you go. All right,
Cool.
thank
Okay.
you.
No problems. So yeah, we'll do one more and then we'll do the rest tomorrow. I don't know who's next. Jenna? Pardon?
Have you tried a sticky
For
for say if you
like a
put
top
some
banner?
and then it's a sticky?
Yeah. So the question was a sticky banner like at the top right or a button. So we do that more on like info and e-com, less so on application, but it can work well. Yeah. Have you tried it or and it works well? What offer is it?
So we do a lot of the medical advice.
Okay.
So we have a long
Yeah.
or long copy.
Yeah.
Although the thing though is the quality, which I'm worried. that-
Yeah. So this is the problem, right? If you have like multiple call to actions, the sticky button can work well for like leads, but again, a lot of people can they might read a headline and think, oh, this is great. They'll read a headline, they'll say, oh, this is great, I'll opt in, but then they haven't read the rest of the page, so now the lead quality is down. So that's why we tend to with applications, we tend to try and almost force them to go to the bottom. Because the way we see it is, it's better to get less than it is to have more low quality, because it's manual, right? It's a phone team, so you don't want to fill them with low quality leads. So, and you could do you can set the sticky where it only comes in 50% of the page. So it activates when they've been on the page for 1 minute or when they scroll to a certain place. And that way you get the happy medium. Cool.
Okay, so this client, we do 115,000 a month across Google and Facebook, and so it's about 60-40 search to Facebook.
Okay.
And right now, we're only remarketing on Facebook because it's a high search intent, it's
Yep.
forklift certification, no one's just it may be in the market for it.
Sure.
It's a need. So my question is, these are PPC specific landing pages that I had our designer create and unbounce. Definitely, I was doing the less is more, easiest,
Yep.
seamless transaction. But so I wanted your feedback on this, and then also prospecting strategy to, basically we can keep scaling up as long as we keep a 200% ROAS.
Yeah.
And so, with if we test lookalikes and we test out prospecting, we're going to see a dip in performance.
Sure.
But how would I show them, that it's worth it in the longer run?
Yeah. So first question, on the page, right? So the headline's great. It's super clear. What do you think happens with this company? It's obvious, right? They get, employees certified in an hour. So that's good copy because it's so direct. And because it's coming from Google, it's search intent. So most people clicking it should be looking for that or qualified if the ad copy is correct. Can we, Astro? Oh, so it's very short. I mean, have you tested a longer page?
Well, we use a longer page for search, and then this is specifically for Facebook remarketing.
Okay, so this is through marketing. And
So the
what's the
organic-
conversion rate here?
About 7%.
7. Okay.
To the next screen. So then the thing is that the next screen on their organic site is a lot of fields. You know, so there's a big drop off there.
So
and
what's the drop off here?
I'm not sure about that,
Okay.
but
And then they don't pay here, right?
no, they register and then pay later.
So I would. So probably the way I would do it is on that previous screen. I would probably, when they click the light box, I would probably take name, email, and phone number, because you would capture like loads of leads there that come here and exit.
Yeah.
So you could have follow-up text and email to those leads. So that's one way of improving
Yeah.
that quality.
We did try the form fill, and that's actually what they have on the organic site, but we ran into a lot of, you know, client problems in connecting it in the back end.
Oh,
They
back-end
weren't-
problems.
You know, their CRM wasn't getting it correctly,
Sure.
and they weren't following up, and their email is not good, so more problems in.
Why do they take all these details? Do they need all of this?
That's a good question. I mean, it's like, it's all online, so they want, basically, the customer persona is like warehouse managers that certify all their individuals.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of repeat business, and so I guess
But what happens after this page?
then they get the product information.
So they can buy after this page? So I would just, and then the cart is just taking credit card after that, the cart page? Yeah, I don't know why. I would kind of see if you can flip those around where you're taking them to the cart, and then I would see if you can take payment and credit card with like just payment and credit card, and then you show them this.
It's a good idea.
Because this is just adding it's just adding an extra step, and it's kind of so off-brand. They went from this colorful site where it was like to sign up, and now they have a long form. I would try payment here, and then more details after if you need it, or kind of making it more like at least one of the cart pages that we
Yeah.
designed, where they have some more context and graphics and benefits on the left.
Great idea.
So what was the other question? Was there one more?
Prospecting, how to introduce that into Facebook where it's, you know, not just burning spend on people that have nothing to do with forklift certification.
Sure. So the prospecting side, like actually targeting, is like hard. I don't know if there's governing bodies and stuff you can target to do that. In terms of like budget to test it, we have this where a client's doing really well, you know, like retargeted, and they want a 2 times ROAS, but then if they want to test something, it skews it, so they never let you.
Right.
So we just try and have like talks with the client and say, hey, if you want to do this, we need 10 grand a month budget that doesn't go into this ROAS to test so you can scale. And that way they just have like it's better expectations, they understand that's for testing, and then they won't keep complaining when their ROAS dips, because you kind of segment it.
That's a good idea. And then in general, we've been hearing from our Facebook reps a lot about broader audiences and like with the
Yep.
funnels, you know, and with smaller clients, it really drills down to these very small audiences that are expensive, and Facebook's like, just, you know, make it as open and broad as possible. What do you, like, that
Yeah,
kind
so
of
we
sounds-
do way more broad audiences now, and they work well, but they would be hard for something so niche. That's the problem.
sure.
You know, like Facebook will tell you to go broader because that's what they get told to say, but for something this niche, you probably still do have to stay niche, because I would say the algorithm's good, like to find buyers that want weight loss, right, or make money online. There's a lot of those, but I don't think it's good enough to narrow down this. You know, it's too niche still. So I would stay niche. I would push more search traffic and then do more retargeting on Facebook. The other thing you can do is there's software where you can scrape Facebook groups. So if there's a Facebook group for 50,000 people, there's software where you can give the group URL, and they will create you a custom audience of like 30,000 members from that group. and you can't target the group. So you could do that, and that can work well for these sort of niche stuff.
That's like a separate platform subscription.
Yeah, it's a software. I have to find the name that we use for it, but it can be good for that.
Great, thank
Cool.
What is it you're selling?
you. Forklift certification online.
So it's very niche. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right, no worries. So does anyone else need to go today because they're not here tomorrow, or can we save the rest for tomorrow afternoon? We're good, right? Okay. Cool. So I think we're done from the talk hot seat side, but I can do Q&A now if we have more general questions. I left time tomorrow as well. So any questions before we finish for the day?
I'd just like to see that software you're talking about that creates the Facebook groups.
I'll find it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it you tomorrow. I'll find it tonight and put it up tomorrow. Question here?
So we talked a lot about, obviously, copy, page, testing, everything like that. What about audiences?
Yeah, so I'm going to go
Test
through it.
audience a lot, and,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we do a lot of audience testing, for sure. Like, some campaigns will test 20 audiences per campaign. If it's a broader audience, we'll do less now because the algorithm is better where we can do more specific track, like, so we can do more broad. So you might do weight loss, you might test like 5 broad audiences, so health and fitness, engaged buyers, Whole Foods, because you can do broader audiences, so you don't need to do as much micro testing. But I'll go into audiences more tomorrow.
so starting out kind of small, someone just getting off the ground with their Facebook campaigns and everything, in terms of a lot of audience testing, a lot of copy testing, a lot of versions and things like that, can add up when you're trying
Sure.
to figure out
Yep.
how to optimize. So do you have any advice on,
It's just priority list, right? So there's always more split tests to do. There's always more ad creative testing you could do. It's just like I think that's like the marketer's job to decide which comes first in which order. So for example, you might know that I don't know, maybe this offer, the landing page is terrible, but the ads are kind of okay. So you would do more split tests on the landing page and move to the ads, right? You might look at the account and the images are good and text is good, but they've only ever tested one audience, so you would move and test the audience first. So it's just like creating a priority list of testing. So, because you can always do more, you just got to see what's the 80-20, right? What'll move the needle. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? Cool. All right, well, we're done there, so thank you for today. We'll meet back tomorrow. It's way more Facebook heavy tomorrow, so we're going to go through Facebook stuff, work on some creatives, have lunch, and then we'll do hot seats in the afternoon for a couple of hours, and we'll be finished. But yeah, I'll be around for 20, 30 minutes. Any questions, grab me. If not, I'll be here for tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed today, and yeah, I'll see you all in the morning.